Testing.
Shit, I'm not at all prepared. Keep talking,
Okay.
keep talking,
It started.
keep talking.
Hello. Hello.
There's me.
Yeah, sounds good.
Does it? I'm not hearing anything yet.
It does. No, it sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Okay, are you in the party? Are we partying right now?
Yeah. I'll be in the. God, hang on. Let me just mute the game.
No,
There we go.
there are two of me. It'll be twice the fun.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Though. That sounds like AIDS.
Me? I sound like
Got a
AIDS?
new item. Got a new
Oh,
item.
it's gonna be a box!
Winter 2022
Yo,
cosmetic.
I said this last time, but open it live, even though your screen
I'm
isn't
not
shown.
spending any more money on this fucking game.
Oh. Why not? Oh
Because I've
yeah,
already got all the items that I want.
my Steam Deck's on the way. I'm
Oh
happy.
wow!
I got my money
wow.
back and I bought it properly.
Finally, properly. What? So you did it improperly last time?
Well, yeah, I used a web browser that isn't even Chrome on my phone, and I couldn't authenticate.
What were you expecting?
I didn't realize that it was even. I thought it was on the app, but it wasn't. It took me to some other page.
Oh, man, you could have got scammed like hard there. You could have.
Well, I sent
Oh my God.
emails to the bank and to Valve, and they all said, "Lol, that's our money now." Bye. Not
So
really.
what did you... not really.
I got it back. Okay, game is starting now for the moment of truth.
Oh,
Does it work?
My hair's so long.
Is it to the floor?
No.
Does
Well,
it
the other hair is.
when you sit down to poo poo? Does it go in the poo poo water like Rapunzel?
Whoa. Okay, so I had like spicy chicken wings last night. Damn, did they just make everything, way worse?
How spicy are we
Yeah.
talking? Like white girl spicy or like Mexican spicy?
No, I find it spicy, but like I find it's somebody who would consider like pepper mild spice.
Like mayonnaise.
Ugh.
Okay, the game for me is running properly.
Yeah, it's running properly for me too. So
What,
yeah,
on the stream, it's running.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Oh,
won!
we won!
Yo!
Yes!
Let's go! Let's go, gamer!
Woo!
I'm gonna kill Blind because it's funny.
Oh my god. Yeah. Right, how do I do that? I still don't know how to do that.
You have to do it through commands. You gotta do like set bind p equals dead.
Oh, god damn it. Okay, can't CBA.
You a
I'm gonna
bot?
have to Google.
CBA.
Mm.
Oh, that's the weed again, isn't it? The
Yeah,
marijuana. Oh,
Actually, I've run out now.
you've run out.
I've run out, and
Just go down
can't
to your
anymore.
local Tesco and buy a pound.
yeah, I'll go. No, buy a pound. A pound. Do
Yeah.
you know how much that is?
No.
Do you know how expensive that would be?
Not very.
Too expensive.
Buy an inch of weed.
And have your finest inch. Oh god.
A gallon of
I think
weed.
that's what people say to male escorts. How much is it for just an inch?
Just in it, like they can control it. Just gotta cut off the rest and leave an
Then
inch.
they get like a Sharpie marker, and it's just like, I want this much.
Wow, it's like getting a tattoo or something. Like this is what
Yeah.
I want. This is what I'm getting.
This is what I want. Yeah, only this much.
And I've just realized that on the stream it shows our Discord profile picture. So there's a monkey and then just some guy. I don't know who that is on your profile picture.
It is literally just some guy.
Just some guy.
Shit.
I've nearly got 1,000 kills on this flamethrower. I'm gonna get it on stream.
I
Maybe
doubt that. How many kills do you want?
940.
Okay, that is a possibility.
I just need to get 60 kills.
Wow, he's playing Pyro. He's so good at the game.
I'm a furry.
Shit.
Okay, the game is lagging when there's lots of particles. I might have to change that setting, but that's fine. That's nothing.
I think it's Minecraft particles.
Yeah, the torch particles, the potion particles. Why you on such a tight schedule anyway?
So I've got gym at 7, and then
Who's he?
at And then at 9, I am going on a date.
With Jim.
Yeah. With Jim, yeah.
You've got Jim, and then you're taking him out.
Yeah. I've got him, I've captured him. He's mine now.
He's not a little boy, is he?
He's illegal.
Hey, Lego.
Illegal.
Fuck
He's a
you.
big boy now.
He a big boy and illegal.
Oh man. I miss Ding Dong and Julian.
Have you
I
seen
know they
all
sometimes
the?
come back.
Have you seen all the recent drama on their streams?
drama?
Like they brought it back. Like they've actually gone into detail about what happened at the Game Grumps office. Kind of.
Oh no. What happened?
One of the main bits is that when Ding Dong tried to kill himself by overdosing, he went
Oh,
into
shit.
the office and someone legitimately said to him, "Yeah, but wouldn't it be funny if on the suicide note you addressed it to Susie and Aaron, blaming them for everything?" Like they made a joke out of it.
Who made the joke?
They didn't specify. It was someone in
So
the office.
it wouldn't be Susie and Aaron.
No, apparently they are the less bad people.
I imagine so. Aaron seems like a pretty leveled guy.
But
I mean, I know they've done. I know there's quite a lot of controversy to do with the games jump. Like I remember when they did that, like they sold a bunch of stuff, and it turns out they were just selling
Oh, yeah,
gifts
like-
that they were given.
That was
which
that.
is-
There's a whole
yeah, that-
subreddit for that, all sorts of stuff
Yeah.
like that. And apparently Matt from Super Mega was also pretty bad, though he's apologized for it.
Matt.
Yeah, like just wanted to completely disassociate with them when it happened, and then pretend that they were friends in videos. Like after it all happened, they would mention them, saying, "Oh yeah, our friends, Ding Dong and Julian," and then he ghosted them.
Oh
Often.
man, I love Super Mega.
Ryan was the good one. He actually was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
we can't talk about this or anything with in videos because we want to keep our jobs. We don't want to
I didn't
move
realize.
back."
I didn't realize Ding Dong tried to, you know.
Yeah, it was him that got the brunt of it.
Damn.
It was like
So is that why they left, or?
yeah, that was the main reason. All the abuse and bad stuff happening in that office.
Oh man.
And
The more you know.
one of their last live streams was like a 13-hour live stream where they just talked about all that stuff, but it was cut down by people.
Was it just the two of them talking?
Pretty much, yeah. But then people started to get like monetized off of reposting that live stream cut up, so it's not even the full context, and that made it worse.
That's no good. Yeah, that is no good.
No good. But apparently they're all good now. They're all feeling better. They're all just completely disassociating with everything and just working
Yeah.
on their games.
Well, you know, disassociation I don't think is the best thing in the world, but you know, I don't feel like it's always the best way of dealing with certain situations because sometimes you have to deal with them head on. But
Yeah.
for something like that, it does kind of sound like the best child.
Well, Ding Dong did. Julian wanted to actually say everything, but he decided not to. He's got a recording on his phone of Ding Dong talking about all of this, and they say when Ding Dong dies, they will release it.
When Ding Dong dies.
When Ding Dong, whenever that is.
What is that happening soon or?
No, hopefully not.
Yeah, I hope not. That's a bit ominous.
Ooh.
Oh man, controversy. Well, do you remember when? God, do you remember when Dan almost got cancelled? You know, Danny.
Oh, that whole thing, yeah.
Yeah.
That was strange.
It was a complete. It was a complete overreaction. Did you? I looked into that quite a lot.
Yeah, I still think like sleeping with fans and all that is a bit like, you know.
Yeah, but I think the main idea is that people were so quick to assume that he was a paedophile because that's what they said he was.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was quite a good proof of how extreme cancel culture can be. Because they'll listen to one person go like, "Well, this is it. This is the truth," and then they are, and you know they won't believe anything else, or at least until. You know, and then by the time the good stuff comes out, like the truth, well, you know, good stuff. I still, yeah, but I agree with you with the idea that sleeping with your fans is a very scummy thing to do.
It's a very common thing in like rock star culture, though.
Yeah, what like groupies? And
Yeah,
shit.
that's what they're called.
That's always been a thing.
They're like
Doesn't mean it's a good thing
YouTubers,
to
though.
do. Yeah, I mean, it's not like YouTubers are rock stars.
there's so much Game Grumps controversy. It's
It's
really
just like,
strange. It's just Let's Plays.
Pardon?
It's just Let's Plays. Why is there so
I
much
know,
controversy?
I know, but I think it's because they've been around for so long.
Yeah, I think the thing that started it all was John leaving.
Yeah.
And then just not being transparent about it, creating this whole conspiracy.
Well, do we still know what happened there, or
Not fully,
is
no.
it literally just like, is it just literally, oh, we just wanted to focus more on...
That's what they claim, but like post John leaving, there's been so much weirdness about how they've been handling it that people think there's more to it, and there might be. Like
I mean,
there's
it
an
would
old,
seem
yeah.
stupid. I mean, it would be, you could tell that Game Grumps was going somewhere, and it would be weird to just leave that quickly. You know.
There's an old H3H3 podcast episode with John where Ethan talks to him like, "Oh, you Game Grumps, you left. Why was that?" And then John said, "Well, how much trouble do you want me to get into?" So that implies that there is something.
I think there is. I think there's something more going on there.
Or on Sleepy Cabin, which is another podcast, John mentioned that when Game Grumps started feeling like a job to him, he decided this isn't what I wanted this channel to be.
Well,
So he
it's
left.
more of a company now, isn't it?
It is a company, yeah.
It's a brand. I am shit at this game.
Same. The frames are not helping me. But hey, it's watchable.
It's watchable.
And it's playable.
What else has been going? Oh, have you seen the Atomic Hearts game?
The what?
Atomic Hearts. You know the thing that's...
Oh, Atomic
it's a game-
Hearts. I've heard of it. I don't know what it is or what it's about.
Like, it's set in like 1955, where the Soviets found like a special alloy that could like I don't know, some weird robot alloy or something, and it's like retrofuturism, quite similar to Fallout, you know, with that kind of whole setting. Pre-war Fallout, of course, not
Yeah.
for fuck's sake. I mean, mini sentries are just cannon fodder, aren't they? Practically,
It's a skill issue?
they're there to be shot at.
And get good. Ooh. Oh man, I can't wait for the Steam Deck to arrive. It's gonna give me so much more time to play.
With it? Are you gonna be just like, is it like a...
Like an emulation machine plus low-end indie games, because that's pretty much all I play on Steam anyway.
Oh yeah, I see you play a lot of Binding of Isaac.
That's like my life for like the last few months.
Yeah, it's Enlisted for me, which is just this game that apparently nobody else plays.
It's really good.
It's good.
with-
but no, like
It's good with mods. It makes it more playable and fair.
What, Binding of Isaac?
Yeah, it makes the game more fun to play with mods.
It looks... I hate to say, man, but it looks very samey, you know?
Same. Well, you know, it's a roguelike. If you don't
I
like
know.
roguelikes, you're not gonna like it. I mean, it's the roguelike.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of, 2D games in general. It just doesn't really appeal to me. Well, because I'm a 3D artist, and I love 3D art. So it's like when we're doing this EPY, like we're creating our own company.
Yeah.
Like one of them said, like, oh, why don't we do a 2D game? And I'm like, well, I'm out of a job if we do a 2D game. Unless it's like 2.5D.
I mean, you could have games with 3D assets where you
that's the thing,
take 3D models and then like compress them into sprites. That's the thing.
Yeah, which I played around with. It's not the worst thing in the world, but
No.
it limits my opportunities.
That's fair if you're making a game, but you could play 2D games still. Surely.
Yeah, yeah. But again, it's just like
I think we're in a friendly server, I think.
yeah.
Well, let's just
Sorry
play
about
around. Let's play around with this heavy then.
Do a dance so we can
Fortnite?
start dancing.
Fortnite
Do
dance.
Fortnite dance.
No, I'm gonna do this instead. Watch this.
We've got an unfunny.
And unfunny. You're not very funny.
Not an unfunny.
Kick him.
Stop
He's not
sucking
funny.
so much. Oh, yeah.
What was I gonna say? No, it's completely gone now. Oh no, like for me, I play games because I'm interested in the history of the medium. So
Right.
games like The Binding of Isaac and Meat Boy in particular are very important to the history of indie games because they were like the first ones to get endorsed by big companies.
Oh, that's true.
Because
That's true.
Meat Boy was like a thing with Xbox for a while, where it's like, hey, Xbox Live Arcade, we have this thing now, and look at this, it's an indie game. Wow, that's new and different. You know?
What I fear about the games industry in general is that we've started to see this disconnect between like AA games.
Mm-hmm.
They're just getting bought out by AAA companies. I mean, I feel like we're losing. I mean, games. I mean, think about it. Back when, I don't know. Trying to think of a game here. Any game, come on, like a AA company game.
Double A, I didn't even know that was a term.
Well, you got single A, which is indie, triple A, which is your EAs, your
Double
stuff like that.
Double A's a battery. Yeah, I'm trying to think of an example too. Like they're such loose terms though. Like especially AAA.
Yeah. I feel like I can see a AAA company.
I don't know, like a small company that isn't indie, nor is it mainstream enough to be AAA. Kinda.
Try to think of one.
And that also isn't owned by another big company.
Let's go.
Yeah, but I don't like where the industry is going really much. Either from both like the large
It's getting
like game passes, not game passes. What do you call
that's worrying me too.
live
Battle
service
passes.
games? Yeah.
I mean, I feel like every major multiplayer game is turning into this like battle pass centric.
Yeah.
I mean, even what shocked me, what absolutely shocked me, is some of these games that are released where you pay for it, but then you can also optionally pay for a battle pass. And I'm like, well, that's not fair. I mean, it was. I think Overwatch 2 was like the biggest red flag because the 20 quid that I spent, probably close to 50 quid back in the day, that I would have spent on the that I would have spent on Overwatch back in the day, and then when Overwatch 2 came out, you couldn't play Overwatch 1.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That 50 quid game, they didn't even the first season. I wasn't even given a battle pass.
No.
I feel like that's actually a really scummy business move to do.
Yeah, and unless, if it's not Overwatch or Fortnite or something like that, if it's like a smaller game that is also live service, it's not gonna last. It's gonna get deleted in a few months probably. And then that just alienates the people that actually do like that game because now they can't play it and it's lost media. You can't play it anymore.
I mean, I can see the games industry turning heavily into multiplayer now. Like I mean,
Yeah.
every game's multiplayer nowadays. I mean, it's rare that you find a single player game that's going to be released.
Mm.
And I'm scared for that idea. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love multiplayer games. Like some of them are really fun. I mean, for Christ's sake, I hate to say, but when Fortnite first came out and I started playing the I loved it. I really enjoyed it. All the mega sweats and everything.
It was new.
It was new, but it was different. It had different mechanics, and it wanted to be silly and it wanted to be fun. But then it kind of transformed itself into this very serious game, which I found very, very jarring almost because you got this very games like TF2. It does not take itself very seriously.
No, not at all.
It likes to take itself on, but I felt like Fortnite started taking itself a bit too seriously.
Valve doesn't take it seriously either.
Yeah, well, that's true in general. I mean, it seems like they can't create a third game for anything, unless you want to consider like Half-Life Alyx the third Half-Life game.
Aperture Desk Job. Portal 3. Also, like making a game has become so much more expensive now, because just how advanced and like resource
Oh
intensive
my
it's
god!
become.
Well, when we're doing this EPY thing, if I want to use 3ds Max, which is my main thing, it's 3 grand. Okay, that's what I'm scared about because
Mm,
I mean, for Christ's sake, indie companies are not going to be able to afford 3 grand
no.
to afford that.
I mean, more
Then
like I heard a thing recently that if Sony wants to make a new God of War, it's not gonna be finished or released until like the PS6, which I think
Jesus. Well, I think
that's
it's
such
good
a
that
long time.
because we went through this, we did go through this big phase of you're seeing people like games companies that release games, half finished, half cocked. I mean,
Yeah, well,
do you
yeah.
remember? I mean, Fallout 76,
Mm,
No Man's Sky. You saw this real problem of companies just saying like, oh, they bought it, we can release it, we don't care, and we'll fix it as the game like after the game's being released.
yeah.
But actually, if they're saying the next God of War is going to take a while, then I'd say give them that time because I want to see. I mean, games are art at the end of the day,
Hmm.
and art can't be rushed.
I guess it's also like a personal preference thing, I guess, because I would rather play a linear 9-hour experience instead of a non-linear 100-hour RPG.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. I also feel like some games are getting a bit too long,
Oh yeah.
and it's fun. It's fun to play these games and spend your time on it. Then also, I can't be asked, man. I can't be
No.
asked to finish certain games because they take so. I mean, The Last of Us is. What
Oh
was the game
my god.
called? Persona. The new Persona game. That was to finish it. To finish it, just without getting
Yeah.
all the without 100% it, it's about 100 hours. 100 hours. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at people. You look at people who have jobs. They come back and they want to spend 2 hours relaxing. I mean, it's fun for that, but they don't want to just play the same game for the
Hmm.
next 50 days, just to
Very true.
finish it. 2 hours a day. That's. I personally, I like diversity in what I play. If I get bored, then I want to play a different game.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to play the same game. So,
Also,
so I feel like I mean, if I'm a dad and I work 9 to 5. I've got kids, and I've got a lot of responsibilities, and I get 2 hours a day to just have me time. I don't want to just work on the same game. I mean, it's up to preference, but looking at a game like Persona, I just wouldn't be
yeah.
interested in
I
playing
mean,
it.
yeah. Again, it is a preference thing.
It is a preference thing, but I don't see a lot of story games that are short anymore.
Hmm.
I don't see
Also,
a lot.
can the industry stop remaking games that came out like last generation, like The Last of Us, and now they're remaking Horizon Zero Dawn, and start remaking
Already?
games that
Already?
actually need it? Well, it's rumored, but I wouldn't put it past them if they've remade The Last of Us. It really didn't need it.
No, it didn't.
Those
It really
resources could have
didn't.
gone
I
into
can
taking an
agree with
old,
that.
forgotten series and
But then
making
you
it into
also
something new.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is what I'm scared about is that they're looking at it from a business standpoint. They see
Yeah.
people love The Last of Us and they want people to get excited about The Last of Us again. So it's like, oh fuck it, we'll just remake it.
But
And then they don't have to put in any actual effort. They're just
they've
remaking
already
assets.
remastered it. Does it? What? It just baffles me. Oh.
It does.
Oh.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a remaster.
No.
I mean, I feel like some games could really do with a remaster.
What's your opinion on games, at least physical games, going up to £70?
Oh, absolute bollocks. Absolute. I mean, yeah, it costs a lot to make a game,
Yeah.
for sure. But you're gonna start making. People are like, I mean, with this with this
Cost of living crisis.
cost of living crisis. Nobody's gonna shell 70 quid for a game that they're not even guaranteed to enjoy.
No, no. Because the
And then they're gonna start. There you go.
the new Breath of the Wild has been announced to be £70, which I think,
Fuck.
yeah,
man.
and especially a Switch game,
I mean, I'll
because they never go on sale.
I mean, people are just not gonna want to. God damn it. Yeah, I mean, it's too expensive. Nobody's gonna buy it. We're gonna reach this point where, I don't know, games might even start being for the rich, and then it's going to be this whole like, and it's happened in the past so much.
I mean,
So
more reason to play more indie games. They're like £10.
Yeah, but then people have this like, I mean, I've talked to your average gamer. Come on, the average.
Yeah,
who
the
plays
average
their,
game.
who plays
Call
their
of
Call of
Duty.
Duties. They play they play the Fortnite. They play Apex. You know, they're not interested in, and that's like, man,
That's a
that's
shame.
like 70% of the industry. That is 70% of the people you're selling to. You know,
Even
and
children
they're
now are just
and they
like,
just hear
Fortnite.
indie, and they're like, ugh, that's just like a poorly made game,
Yes.
isn't it? And then they won't go near it.
That really annoys me because I remember when like E3 came around and I went to school and I talked to people about it and they were like, "Oh, it was rubbish. It was all indie games." I'm like, "No, they look
What,
cool."
are you gonna get hyped for another Call of Duty? Wow, this one's set. This was set in Ukraine. That's not. I mean, okay. When is the next game, Call of Duty game, gonna be like? When is the new
Well,
Ukraine game gonna be released?
it's not still yearly, is it? Call of Duty. I've not
It
kept up to
practically
date.
It
Is it?
practically is.
I've not
It's.
kept up to
I think
date.
it's changing more to like 2 years, but I still feel like that's too much for. I mean, that's just too much.
At least there's no more FIFA.
Yeah.
They've lost the
yeah,
trademark,
Thank God.
so now we have PES, I guess. I think.
I mean, I can. There is just this real stigma about indie games that I've got a real distaste for, you know.
Like, these are hard-working people, probably. No,
Yeah,
I
but
was gonna say
also
more
alongside that,
hardworking.
you can think of it in the way that. I mean, indie games companies. I mean, they're built off of like sometimes even just 5 people. They're not going
Not
to be
even.
able to make. They're not going to be able to make, you know, AAA style games. But people are the main audience are expecting AAA games, and then they're getting disappointed when games like. Oh, I mean, No Man's Sky come out and they're like, oh, it looks like a AAA game, but it wasn't. It was still made by an indie company.
Was it indie? I don't remember that.
Yeah, when it first started, when it first started, and then it got picked up by Sony, who thought it was a really good game, so they started marketing, but they didn't actually really help the indie company. I've died 7 times and I haven't even got 1 kill.
I'm not even paying attention to the game.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm just going on autopilot, and it's fun.
It is fun.
Game design talk.
Yeah. Oh. Any. Oh man, I'll be going gym quite a lot recently.
It's good for you.
Good.
I
Good.
went a good few months being all about fitness, and then I got complacent, and then I just gave up.
It's thing is that I mean I'm doing this without using like whey or like I'm not, you know, I'm not looking for major gains.
Yeah.
Again. You know, I'm not trying incredibly hard.
That's the
'Cause I-
difference between what I did, because I was counting calories and weighing myself every day, and
Oh,
then,
no,
and then when I stopped seeing
Oh,
change,
yeah.
I was like, you know what? I think I'm happy.
But then you just start going up again. You know,
No, I
you gotta be-
haven't though. Actually, I've actually stayed about the
Oh.
same.
Fair enough. I mean, okay, so I mean, I've had weight issues all my life. You know, I've always had that problem, and the amount of times that I've had to exercise and shit is ridiculous. You know, I've just always been battling it.
Yeah.
But there are ways of dealing with it. Like for instance, checking your weight every day. That's terrible. You never do that. You
No.
do that like once a week. Once a week. You don't do it every day. But also counting calories, it's good. It's a really good thing to do. Like you should definitely be doing that. But also when it gets too much, like it will really just start. My first kill. My first kill. On 9 deaths. But it's tough. You know, it's really tough. To count calories because it starts making things that should be fun, like going out and eating with mates, actually more of a burden.
Yeah.
But that's
yeah.
that's not a good thing. That is not how you should be dealing with it. That is not a good thing. Losing weight should be, I mean, ideally enjoyable. You know, you should be doing it for yourself, and you should want to do it. And if you're getting turned off, then it's not for you. You know,
Spitting straight
or
facts.
you've got to find a new way to do it. People shouldn't have to mentally exhaust themselves over it.
No.
But also, I'm just scared about people who, I don't know, don't see a point, and then, you know.
I watched a video on that recently about the thing about pleasure versus pain. That it's like a equal thing, where oh, what did he
Oh,
say?
you can't have one without. You got to have. Yeah, it's like I've got this saying. You know, you got to have the tough times to have the good times.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you won't know how good the good times are, or how tough the tough times are. You know, it's.
I think it was something like no pain equals hard life, lots of pain equals easy life in the end, because you're putting in the work and you're gonna see the results.
Whoa, that was a good shot. Yeah.
And it's true.
But like when you're in that place where you know you are overweight, and the biggest part is it affects your brain more than you think it does, because it literally changes the chemistry
Yeah,
in your brain.
it's totally like a mental thing as well. But
Yeah.
people tend
Oh,
to just focus on the physical aspects than the mental aspects.
Yeah. People don't realize it. I mean, I've been there. I get these moments where I just like. I mean, when it gets really bad, I just start to feel like nothing. Like I don't have emotions. Like, I can't feel happy. I can't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
sad. It's
I
just
know
nothing.
that.
And that's like one of the worst feelings I've ever had.
It is. It's just
That is
emptiness.
honestly one of the worst feelings I've ever had. Because you just feel like nothing.
I didn't expect that this is where the stream would go, but
I'm sorry. Yeah, I
no,
don't know.
I'm all for it.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. But you know, then when I reached that point, I remember I ended up going to talk to my mum about it,
Mhm.
and then we were just like, well, you know, the problem there is that you know you're overweight, you know, and it's affecting your brain chemistry. So what did I do? Got on a diet, started running again, felt so much better. You just felt more in control, and you allowed yourself to have the good times again. But oh, get off the point. There we go. We just oh my god, they just all killed themselves. Yeah. It's always been a constant in my life. That is.
Yeah.
It's always been a conversation. But I feel like it's conversations some people are too afraid to have.
Yeah.
We should be talking about it more.
One thing that was different about me is that I didn't go to the gym because it scares me. Instead, I just bought my own equipment and.
God, yeah, that was my biggest fear too. But I mean, Ethan took me like after the whole moving flat situation. I was in a bit of a rut, you know, like that really affected me more than I expected to, because I lost my house, you know, I lost my home essentially.
Yeah.
But then once I started doing it, I was terrified, because I was like, I don't know how to use the machine, the equipment, and everything. But then Ethan showed me how to do it, and then we're still learning. You know, we you know, we're not masters, but
It wasn't the equipment that I was scared of. It was just the people. I don't want to be around people and be seen doing that.
Gym culture, it gets a bad rep, because you know you see some people who you know shit on people in gyms and everything, but every community has, you know, ugly fuckers in it.
I just feel like I'm being watched all the time though, so I'd rather just do it at home.
You're not. Even if you are, people
I know.
aren't judging you. They're not thinking about you.
But I can't shake that thought though.
Nobody can. It's in everybody's mind. But that's what kind of makes gym culture so sweet in a weird way, because everybody's in the same boat that you are. I mean, people might be in there for different reasons. They might be losing weight. They might be, you know, trying to
Get
gain
jacked.
weight. They might be trying to get jacked, you know. But you're all in there, and you're all accomplishing something. Don't be afraid of accomplishing. It's but you know, once you do your first one, then you'll understand. Nobody's judging you in it. I mean, even if people are judging you, man, who cares? That's just sad that they are. It's really sad. And I'm telling you, if they end up doing anything, you will see more friends there that'll try and that'll be on your side, and they'll defend you, than anywhere else.
Well,
It's
I've already bought the equipment, so
That's good.
I'd rather just stay at home.
That's again preference.
Yeah.
It's up to you, man. It's up to you.
And just plus the work that I do 4 days a week is very active. That does half the work for me anyway.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the problem with me. I'm in university.
Yeah.
I do games development.
You're just
I
sitting
actually
most of the
physically
time.
do fuck all.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I mean, on an average day, I'll probably spend a good like couple of hours a day. I mean, actually, most of my day just sitting down on my PC. That's terrible.
If anything, that makes it more impressive that you are losing weight.
Yeah, but it's a tough one because I think my biggest problem is that back in school, I lost a couple of family members, and then my way of dealing with that, because my family were affected, but I didn't really talk to them about how I was affected. So I ended up just starting eating, and I just that was my comfort, you know. That was how I dealt with it.
That's what I'm worried about, because I've not been in that situation yet.
But that's how I started dealing with it.
Yeah,
and of course that's not the right way. And my parents started getting concerned, and then one day I literally had like a collapse, you know, like because it just got all too much, and I hadn't talked to anybody about it. I literally I actually shat myself. In school,
actually?
Because like actually shat myself in school. And then I went to the health centre. Luckily, I wasn't in class or anything, so nobody knew.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I was very lucky
Jesus.
for that. Yeah, but I went to talk to the thing, and I thought I was fine. That's the weirdest part. I thought I was completely fine. I thought, oh, I just shit myself. What an idiot.
It happens.
I get there, and I ended up talking to them, and then for some reason I just burst into tears. And I realised, oh shit, maybe there is more. And then the you know, the person in the health centre advised that I go and see a therapist, so I did.
Oh,
and then
good.
that fixed that situation completely. But it didn't get rid of the idea that I look at food for comfort, and I still do that to this day. You know, if I'm in a shit situation, the first thing I'll do is just like I'll get myself a takeaway or something, and I hate that. I absolutely hate that, and that's the biggest thing for me. But it's different for everybody. Some people will eat because they're bored, and it's like the only thing that they consider fun.
Yeah.
Or some people will eat because
I
I
just
don't
like
know,
food.
but there were lots of reasons why people do it. It's just coming to terms with it and dealing with it. What an intellectual conversation this is.
You said that all that was in school. Are we talking primary or like secondary?
Secondary. I think I was about 13, 14 at the time.
I'm really glad that didn't happen in class, because you know how children are in school.
Oh
they'll,
my god!
They'll never
I mean,
let
I was
that
already,
go.
I was already the fat weird kid, you know, like the weird kid. That would have destroyed everything.
That reminds me of the time on the way to college when I just suddenly got diarrhea on the bus, and I
remember that.
turned. I think it was to Harley or to me, and I said, "I have to get off. I have diarrhea." And apparently, I didn't whisper it. I told essentially the entire bus, and then I just went to some fields and got lost.
You got, yeah, I remember that. Because I remember Harley coming to class. I was like, "Oh, where's Owen?"
And then,
he's shitting himself in a field.
And then you sent me a text saying, "Oh, you're having a shitty day, aren't you?" It's like, oh, cool.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh,
that is good.
That was funny.
I remember you started sending me like these nonsensical replies. I was like, oh god, maybe you were ill, weren't you? You were quite ill.
Oh, I don't know where it came from. I was just on the bus watching something on my phone, then suddenly I was like, oh no. Oh, it's fine.
That's what happened to me. My diarrhea. I gambled on a fart and I lost.
For like 10 minutes, I was like, I'm gonna wait. There's a toilet at McDonald's.
It's funny, but nobody's gonna judge you for that, man. I know nobody's gonna like.
The next day, some of the girls that were on the bus were at the bus stop, and they were all just staring at me, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but who cares? Honestly, that's a big thing. That's a big thing that I've come to terms with recently. It's just like not giving a shit what other people think, because you realise the people, the friends that you have are the opinions that you should care about.
Yeah.
And if it's just some random stranger, it's their problem.
I'm trying to come to terms with that. I'm getting there, but
It's easier said than done. Don't get me wrong.
Just the anxiety.
Oh,
That was one of the worst days. It was so bad. I didn't know where to go.
I mean, what do you do in that situation? I mean, I would have shat in the field, man. If I had diarrhea, I'm getting a dock leaf and
Yeah.
I'm fertilizing some plants, you know.
I also remember I was making faces. I was like, "Oh," and then Miłosz turned to me and he said, "You're right," and I said, "No," and then he said, "Good." And I'm like, "Oh, what? No, I'm being serious."
Oh man, I remember when I was in uni, we have this thing called reading week, which is like half term. But
Mhm.
our tutors made us go into class during that. Bit of a piss take.
Mhm.
But I ended up having a takeaway from this shitty place, and it actually gave me fucking food poisoning.
Oh, dude, that happens
But I
to
didn't
me all the
realise it gave me.
time.
And I remember going into class, and and I sat next to my mate. He was like, "Are you alright?" And I said, "I feel like shit. I shat." Oh, what the fuck? I shat 4 times.
Whoa.
Like, a lot too. That had mass to it.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the second TF2 stream where you went into detail describing your shits.
Yeah.
It was in the first one as well. I
Yeah.
think.
Good times.
You said it was like 2 intertwining green snakes, and it had the consistency of pesto.
Oh, it did. It did. I remember that one very well. So I was like,
Oh.
what?
You've got to love
That
those
happened to me
memorable
recently,
shits.
actually. Turns out it's like if I eat like blue bonbons,
Blue
that changes
bonbons.
the color of your shit.
That sounds fun. There are pills that change your poop gold.
I know. Oh my god. Do you remember? What was his name?
Matthew
Is it like?
Santoro.
Oh my god,
I was
yeah.
thinking the same thing.
I was thinking the same video. I loved Matthew Santoro. I used to watch him all the time.
He came back recently.
Good for him. I remember all the controversy of like,
When he
oh, he's
got-
just copying things off things. But I'm like, yeah, but where else is he going to get the information from?
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
then-
it's true. He should have linked them. But like, what you expect? Do you think he's going to go to a library and look at encyclopedias for random facts?
I also think it was his scripts that was like verbatim from the websites too, which is like
Yeah.
Then
Still, I love this content.
the whole thing with his ex as well. That was really bad. That super
Yeah, that's
like
true.
what was her name? Nicole Arbo.
Something like that.
Oof, horrible person.
Nicole Arbour. God, that brings back some memories.
I used to watch him all the time.
I remember his like random facts videos. I love those. I remember, those were back in the days where I loved shit like creepypastas and everything.
Yep. Oh my god.
Those were simpler times.
I got into them when they were first kind of becoming a thing. I was too young. I had the internet really early.
too.
I got into all of these things super early, like Newgrounds and creepypastas.
I remember when Five Nights at Freddy's came out, and I was just like, I was obsessed with it. But I remember watching Yogscast Kim and Hannah playing Outlast, and my brother walked into the room whilst I was watching it, and I started freaking out. Thinking, well, I shouldn't be watching these videos and everything. He's gonna yell at me and everything. And like now, I'm looking back at it, and it's like he probably wouldn't give a shit if I was watching Outlast videos, you know?
I never got into
Seems-
Yogscast.
Really?
No.
I've got a real fondness. I mean, it was my oldest brother. He introduced them to me, and that's what started the whole Minecraft thing for me.
Mm.
You know,
I watched Martin. I think that's the only one that I watched.
everybody did.
In the
I
Little
didn't. I
Woods.
never watched Martin. But I've always like I usually watch Yogscast because I just find their content comforting.
It's nostalgic.
It is. But I watch their new content too. Like their GTA races. I really like that stuff.
They're still kicking it.
Yeah. I mean, they still do TTT like nothing on earth.
Happy Wheels.
Oh.
Is that still up, or was that a Flash game? I think it was Flash.
Yeah, but
Shame.
it's probably its own game now.
Again, that's something that I'd never really played, but watched all the time.
I remember going around to my weird cousins and playing Happy Wheels, watching Salad Fingers,
Salad fingers.
and like Asdf movie. Oh man,
I just found out that it's pronounced Asdf and not ASDF.
I always called it Asdf movie.
We always said ASDF. And
I didn't
now-
realize it was. I didn't realize the reason why it's called Asdf movie is because if you look at your keyboard, it goes ASDF.
I knew
Did
that,
you know
but
that?
I didn't know that's why it was called that. I thought it was just
That's-
acts of laziness.
Ah, it is laziness. Yeah, it is laziness. He just looked at it and he probably just spammed it and thought, yeah, that's it.
It's Asdf.
That's what makes it so like memorable, though.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite creepypasta?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Or by favorite, I mean the one that freaked you out the most.
When I was younger, trying to think. Give me some creepypastas. Give me some.
Jeff the Killer, Smile Dog, Slender Man, Ben Drowned, Tails Doll, Sonic
I mean-
EXE.
Ben the Killer scared me, but it was never enough. Slender Man was always an idea, but I was a bit. I was. Oh yeah, that never really scared me. I mean, the one of them that actually got like I remember listening to one when I was like 17 because it was like quarantine and I couldn't sleep because there was like nothing to do, so I just put on a creepypasta, and it was this really actually quite well written one about like a guardsman on like a fire watch tower.
Mhm.
And it's actually this weird. It was like 2 hours long, and it ended up being a very
2
interesting
hours?
read.
Oh, so
Yeah, it was a long one.
you read it, or was it like a video adaptation?
No, it was a
of
video. It was like it was like
Someone
like
reading
somebody
it.
reading it out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like it's like an audiobook essentially.
Yeah.
It's like a short audiobook, but it was really good. And that's probably one of my favorites. And that's actually inspired a couple of games ideas
Yeah.
of mine. Like some of the creepypastas have definitely inspired certain games ideas.
When I was a kid, it was always haunted games or haunted game characters ones that I would watch.
I never got that never appealed to me.
The one that
never-
legitimately freaked me out was the Tails doll one. Are you familiar with that one?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so there's a Sonic racing game, a pretty old one called Sonic R, and there's a character called Tails Doll who is like a floating, haunted-looking doll of Tails. And it basically was just like, oh, if you play this song from the game, reverse at night, the Tails doll comes out of your screen and kills you. But it's because I actually had that game and thought the character was creepy before I watched the video that I thought it was real, and I never
so
played the game
Tails
again.
Doll. Wait. So the character Tails comes out.
The character Tails doll, who is his own character.
Oh, okay, yeah. The ones that used to creep me out the most were like doll ones.
Oh yeah, dolls
They used
are
to
just
creep me
scary.
out, yeah, dolls are scary.
Or
But now,
what was it? Lavender Town
on.
Syndrome. That was one. Where a song in the original Pokemon
no,
games.
I know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
made kids kill themselves. I remember. I think Matthew Santori did a bit on that.
Oh, it's so stupid, but I didn't want to hear that song ever. So whenever it was
Smile
like in a
Dog
video,
actually was one that I was scared of because I was like, oh my god, he just showed it. Am I gonna die? I remember being terrified
is
of
that
that.
what it was? Was it if you see this image, you'll die?
Yeah, literally
Oh.
like within a day.
I
That
thought it was just funny.
No. What? How is it? How would it be a creepypasta if it was just a funny?
No, it's
image?
like I found the image really funny for some reason.
I found it creepy when I was younger. Why has a dog got human teeth?
That's why it looks funny.
Oh, I remember when I was younger, and me and my brothers were playing in the garden. We were digging in the dirt, and we found some teeth. And then we run into our home, and we go, "Oh my god, Bob! Look, we found teeth."
You
we
found
teeth." We
teeth.
found it might be like an archaeologist because I was really big into Indiana Jones back then. So I was like,
Oh.
I'm gonna be an archaeologist. We might have found like ancient ruins and everything. And then my parents go like, "Oh, that's really cool." They took the teeth and everything. And I was like, and then we never talked about it again. I talked to them about it a couple of years back, and they're like, "Yeah." So it turns out the previous owners had like a bunch of chihuahuas.
Oh.
That's probably where they buried all the dead.
I thought you meant human teeth.
I thought they were human teeth. They were fucking dog teeth.
I think that's a really funny scenario of just a child
That's just
finding
that's such a
human
childlike.
teeth.
That is such a kid scenario, you know.
Ah.
Yeah, that's always funny stuff.
What was the worst way you lost a tooth?
Ooh.
Was there like a worst way? Was it all just really boring, like, or they just fell out naturally?
Right, so it's different for me because I'm actually like missing two of my teeth, so I have a prosthetic tooth.
Hmm.
Um, and it happened more recently, and I was just really pissed. And we were on holiday, and I'm taking a piss before I go to bed, and I just go and give it a wake. I don't know if it was because I was really pissed and I was strong with it, but it just popped off. And I don't think like I was quite drunk, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I ever wake up in the morning, I was like, my mouth feels weird. And I go into my loot, and there's just my tooth, just like
Ah.
on the bed, on the side. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake! And that was just like that wasn't like weird. That was just like annoying because I was on holiday, so it means that I
Yeah.
couldn't just go to a dentist and like get it put back in. so so I was toothless for a couple of days, but it turns out some family friends of ours knew an orthodontist nearby who could put it back on for me. Uh, Still though, that's quite funny, but I don't know. I remember losing 3 teeth in one day because I just
Whoa!
started yanking them out.
What? That's deranged.
I just started well because it was like I never really did like like when I was younger I never really played with my teeth or anything, so I still had like baby tooth for a while. So then one day, I don't know. There's this really funny. If you've always watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, there's this hilarious skit where one of the characters just like because they've got really bad dental hygiene, they just like they've got to like fake their own deaths. So they're like, okay, we got to get the teeth for like dental records and everything. He goes like, right, this is gonna really hurt, and then they go down, and it just like pops out. He's like, oh, what the fuck? So then the guy just goes for another one. He's like, ah, and his teeth just like, and that's what it was kind of like for me. And my mum just ended up saying, I took out 3, and my mum just said, we'll stop taking out teeth. So stop.
Stop taking
I was a
out
kid,
your teeth.
I was a kid, and I was just like removing my teeth.
Oh, the good old days when you could just yank
Good
out
old
your
days.
teeth.
God, it's weird because like I keep on meeting a lot of people where they're like, oh, kid was being so simple and everything, but I just hated being a kid.
Really?
Well,
Well, like,
I hated school, so I had no reason to. I had like that. I hated school, and I didn't have that many friends, so I just hated being a kid.
die!
Nobody
Oh!
treated you. I hated nobody treated you with respect or anything because.
Oh no, definitely not.
So like now, if I have like a conversation with a child or something, I always try and treat them with respect and everything. So I'm like, that's what I would have wanted when I was younger.
Eh,
You know.
I tend to just kick them in the shin and spit in their eye.
So what, nerd?
Very stupid child. Get a job.
I get a job.
Provide.
Look at you! You just shat yourself. I've only done that once recently.
Recently, within the last month. So the
I
fourth
remember in
time.
Loughborough when I mean I love pickles, gherkins. I love them. And I just had a jar of them, and I just ate them all in one sitting. And I'm like, I'm not done here. I'm not done here. So I just drank all the juice too. And there's one thing that you seem to learn about pickle juice is it goes through you very quickly.
I wouldn't know.
Why are most of my stories about me shitting myself?
I don't know, you tell me. Because you're like
I don't
shit.
know, man. Yeah, it's funny.
It's funny, it's tasty.
It's funny.
It makes me go
feels
boom
good in my
boom.
mouth.
Ew. I ran into a video of that lately because I got baited into clicking a link on Twitter.
Have you seen that guy? Have you seen that guy who like wishes people happy birthday naked? Like, he does like helicopter with his wang.
You just unlocked
And
a
then-
memory.
And then he like takes a shit into his hand and he smears it on his face.
Wiggles his willy.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. It was like to Alex and whatever. You got married. Good for you. Here's a video of me eating my own feces.
Yeah.
I've got that
Man
somewhere.
of culture.
I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh.
I love how as Pyro, if you hit the thing, it goes faster. Like if you hit the engineers. Is that true? Is that a real
What?
thing? Or
You hit
like if you
what?
hit the engineer, if you hit a dispenser with an axe as a Pyro,
Oh
like,
no,
it goes quicker.
with the home wrecker, it has to be. I think.
The home wrecker.
Yeah, and the neon sign one, it can stop sappers.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite cool.
I'm just spamming. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm actually doing all right.
I actually opened Blender for the first time lately and
Oh,
actually
yeah?
made something.
What did you make?
I'll give you one guess as to what I sculpted.
Sonic.
No. A chimpanzee,
Isaac. Oh,
as always.
wow.
But
Beautiful.
I'm actually gonna finish it. I'm gonna like texture it and rig it and actually do something with it.
You're gonna retop it.
Yes.
Very nice.
He's
Very nice.
currently his face is pogging.
No way. Are you gonna rig its face?
I don't know. I don't know how.
I've never done that
I've
before.
never
and it
done
seems
that.
quite difficult.
I mean, eventually I might, but that's.
I've just finished a character sculpt for like this weird eldritch abomination.
Really. Well, like,
Yeah,
like it's been retopped and rigged and everything, or.
Oh, fully rigged,
Wow.
animated, textured, and I did it with the art smile of Smite, if you know that game.
Art Smile. No.
Smite?
Oh, Smite. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I used to love Smite.
I don't know what it. I have no idea what it is.
It's just gods. Well, it used to be. Now it's like gods plus Stranger Things plus Ninja Turtles plus. I don't know.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I think they're in it.
Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Man. God, do you remember the old? So like we've got this real thing recently where like movies have got quite shit CGI, right?
Yeah.
I looked at some of the old Transform, you know, like the
Michael Bay ones.
you know.
Yeah.
My God, is the like animation and VFX in those movies ridiculously good? Like,
Yeah.
how is Marvel being outdone by talking robots?
It's
you know?
because Marvel has like 5 different projects worked on the same time. And
True.
they're not paying their CG artists what they're worth, despite their films being mostly CG nowadays.
Oh my God, there's so much CG. I love when you look at a movie like
Captain
Mad
America.
Max. If you look at Mad Max Fury Road, I mean it's got CGI in it, but a lot of it's practical work.
Yeah.
And that's just like an award-winning film. I feel like Marvel's getting real lazy. The Quantum Mania's just been absolutely rinsed.
I've not seen it yet, but I'm not
I
looking
haven't
forward to
seen
it.
But
MODOK.
honestly, I've completely given up on Marvel.
I've not given up, but I'm pessimistic now about everything they make. I just hope Guardians 3 is good. Because I love the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like, go back and watch the first Captain America film. It's so different. It feels like an actual movie and not...
Oh my God,
Marvel.
yeah. Oh my God, I love the and the first Iron Man too. You
Yeah.
know? That feels like a movie. Now they feel
Well,
like
I mean, it was
episodes.
at the time. They didn't really expect
a
it to be what it
standalone,
is.
you know.
Yeah. And, like, Iron Man wasn't a popular character in the comics at all before the film came out. He was like a D-list character.
Yeah, I think they just cast him well.
Oh,
know.
totally. The casting, I think it still is really good, but back then they had it really nailed in all the characters, really.
Yeah.
Speaking of
I just-
movies, I've got a recommendation because it's quite niche and I don't hear anyone talking about it.
Okay.
It's a film called Baby Driver. Watch. I know. It sounds like Boss Baby. It's not. It's like a serious live-action film.
Are you? I don't know if you're taking the piss or not.
No, it's called. No, genuinely, Google it. It's called Baby Driver.
No, I'm saying everybody's heard of Baby Driver.
Wait, really?
Is it the car movie?
I don't
about
hear
the guy who drives,
anyone talking about Baby Driver. I thought it was like a niche thing.
made by James Gunn.
Yeah, I never hear anyone talking about it.
Everybody's what?
I just heard
You did
about
not
it.
just recommend me
No.
Baby Driver.
Dude,
You did not just
no,
recommend.
genuinely.
I did not know. I genuinely thought you were taking it. You did not
No.
just recommend me Baby Driver.
I have never in my life heard about it until the other day.
Oh my God, yeah,
Obviously
sure,
not.
it's not talked about as much, but when it came out, everybody was talking
I'm
about
sure, but
it. Are you just? Oh my God,
that was
is-
2017. I was like 12.
Oh my God.
Okay, well,
No, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. It's just.
I thought I
I'm s-
thought I thought I
I,
found something.
I. Oh.
Never mind
So
then.
what? Do you think? Did you think it was like a niche movie?
Well, yeah, because I've never heard of it.
That is. Look, oh my God. Oh my. I am telling you, you talk to anybody and they've heard of Baby Driver.
Okay, well, now I'm
I'm sorry.
embarrassed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. That is a first. That is a first.
Our entire team is dead.
Yeah, we are getting this. This is the worst clutch point. Such a. Um.
I'm not gonna
bottleneck.
recommend a film to anyone anymore.
No. It's it happens, man. I get it. I get it. I mean, I watched Baby Driver like a week ago.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, not for the first time,
Oh.
but
There's actually this other film. It's called Toy Story. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah.
They're making a
Wait,
fifth one.
I feel like I just do feel like CGI is like taking a real downturn recently. But I do agree that it's probably because the artists aren't being paid enough.
No, they're not. In most
I think
cases.
one reason why games are getting so expensive is because games developers are actually being paid what they deserve.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, we've all heard the nightmare stories of some games where it's just like it's just like terrible. Yes,
I'm spawn camping. I'm very cool.
yes, we're gonna do it. We did it.
Yo! I helped.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
What
Sure
time
you
is
did,
it?
buddy?
We can do a few more rounds.
Yeah. Would
Okay.
you rather?
Yep.
Okay.
No,
No,
go
you
on.
go. You go.
Okay, Wilf, I want you to recommend me a niche film so I can actually say that it's niche.
Okay. Oh God. Niche film.
Like, actually serious. Don't say like Shawshank Redemption or something. And don't gaslight me either. Like something actually. Okay.
What about like The Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh, what's that about?
Quite a niche movie.
No, like, come on.
I hate to say, man, but that is literally what you just did to me.
I do. Okay.
I'd probably say Baby Driver's comparable to The Wolf of Wall
Have you
Street.
watched Black Dynamite?
No.
Okay. Watch that.
Oh, okay.
It's
Good.
mid.
Kind of niche movie. Little Miss Sunshine.
Okay, I've
it's
not heard of it.
basically- It's got Steve Carell in, but he plays a very serious role. So it's basically about a family where the daughter gets a chance to go to a beauty pageant. So they drive they drive in like a VW minivan to go to the beauty pageant, and there's and like they've got their uncle there who recently tried to commit suicide because he's gay and his boyfriend killed himself, which is that character's played by Steve Carell. And then there's the grandpa who's addicted to cocaine. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie. It's a really lovely mix between comedy and like a darkness. And it's got such a lovely ending. I definitely say give it. I don't know if it's niche or not.
Well,
I
I've
don't
not
know how
heard of
many.
it.
But definitely, I'd say
How many pop culture references are in it?
in what Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah.
God.
Because I can't watch a film unless there's at least 15 jokes that are all pop culture references.
I don't know if you're being serious or not.
I'm making fun of the MCU.
Okay. Yeah. What like well, one of the characters start, one of the people start playing, using TikTok and everything.
TikTok. Okay,
No, I'm
you were gonna
joking,
give me
I'm
a hypothetical. Go on.
Okay, I was thinking of a hypothetical. That's what I'll say. Would you rather be forced to play only Flash games for the
Hmm.
rest of your life, or be forced to play? Oh, this is difficult because you're just
I've got an answer already, probably.
the fuck was that? Oh yeah, let's say triple. I'd assume Flash games.
The Binding of Isaac started off as a Flash game. So did Meat
Oh,
Boy.
did it?
So did a lot of indie games. So probably. Well, I mean, AAA. That's also a very broad thing. And I feel like there's more
Well, let's say
options.
Call of Duty. Let's just say
That's
not-
okay. Just Call of Duty.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like you can play any of the Call of Duty games, but only Call of Duty.
Okay. Flash games. That's easy. That's assuming that Flash is still operational in this universe.
Flash is still a thing in this, still
Good.
fully worth.
That's easy.
Um,
Would you rather play only dating sims or only
ooh.
visual novels? They're the same thing. Hold on. No,
Well,
they're
give me
basically
an
they're the
example
same
of like
thing.
a dating sim and visual novel.
Visual novel. Okay, a dating sim would be Hotto Full Boyfriend, which is a game where you date pigeon people. And a
Okay.
visual novel would be like Ace Attorney.
Okay.
I guess that
Yeah,
counts.
I'll probably go.
Would that count?
I mean, would Firewatch be a visual novel?
I haven't played it. I don't know what it
It's
is.
a very story-driven game. Like not many options to do. So I'd probably say yeah. I guess I probably would go novel then,
Okay, that's fair.
because dating sims has never really appealed to me. I hate to say, man, but I feel like full of
I agree.
I mean, Hoonie Pop, for Christ's sake,
That's a puzzle game. That's a puzzle game. That's not a dating sim. You should know the difference. It's like a mixture.
It's a dating sim, not a what?
It's a puzzle game. It's a falling block puzzle game more than anything.
Kind of, yeah, I guess, but people consider it. It is a dating sim. It's just a different format of dating sim.
Why are we playing on 2 Fort?
I don't know.
Well, I'm being friendly heavy. Never mind. I don't want to play 2 Fort. Get out.
You're the one that always.
I know.
Okay.
Would you rather play only sport simulators
Oh Jesus.
or real-time strategy? I think you're.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's a terrible. Yeah, of course, real-time strategy. Of course, real-time strategy.
Okay, by real-time strategy, I mean farming simulator.
Yeah.
Okay.
How is farming simulator? That's okay. Is it either simulated, like boring simulator, like trucker simulator?
Like co-op. I don't know. I don't care enough about this hypothetical.
Gosh, maybe. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of like sports sims.
What's your least favorite genre?
Probably sports sims.
Yeah,
Honestly. Yeah.
there are
I
good
feel like
ones.
I mean, I can see the appeal, but I mean, it's a preference, Just doesn't appeal to me.
I don't like the ultra realistic ones. If they're like stylized and have like a aesthetic and personality to them, I like them.
Give me an example of all of that.
All the Mario sports games.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, like yeah.
But
yeah.
at that point, it's not a
But
simulator.
I was thinking like AAA, like FIFA, 2K,
Yeah,
games like those.
I want to play Spy.
Should we both try and go spy? Who can get the most kills?
My least favorite will probably be real-time strategy. I just can't get my head around most of them, unless it's like Pikmin or something. And what's your favorite
My favorite. Oh, genre.
genre?
Ooh. Oh, that's a good question. I mean, oh god damn it, I'm so shit at this.
I'm trying to think of my favorite too. There's so many
I
choices.
mean, you know, I like all games to be honest. You know,
Maybe,
there isn't.
a good 3D platformer might be my favorite.
Oh, that's what he's on my team. Oh god. I mean, yeah, I'd probably say RPGs are some of my favorite games, but I haven't played an RPG in a while.
Like real-time combat or like turn-based combat. I'm gonna assume like okay, that's one thing I hate is that just the term RPG, because all games are RPGs technically because you're playing a role in all of them.
I suppose I'm thinking more like, you know,
Like Fallout's and Elder Scrolls.
yeah, that, you know.
Like to me, when I think RPG, I think of like Dragon Quest and Persona. They're vastly different.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true.
I'm not playing.
I mean,
Spy
I'm
anymore.
thinking like, yeah. I mean, I love games like Red Dead, Fallout, of course. Just open worlds are probably some of my favorite, but also actually maybe games like Teardown and BeamNG where they're more like simulator games. Like they're not
Yeah.
simulations, they're simulating something, you know, like they're simulating realistic car physics or destruction physics. I love those games.
I really want to play those two examples. They're on my wish list. I've just not got around to them yet.
Yeah. I mean, BeamNG is one of those games where you have to make the fun yourself, but I like that. I've still got a very like childlike mind with that stuff. Where,
Oh
like,
yeah.
I mean, if I wasn't 19 years old, I would still happily go to like a beach and play in the sand. You know, there's nothing saying I could stop, but I don't want to look like a. Don't want to look like somebody who enjoys it too much. You know?
I'm not hitting anything. I've not got a single even hit yet. This person's name is Cream Pie. Lovely. Also, I wish games would stop bootlicking movies and being like, oh, we have to be like the superior medium movies.
Oh, what the fuck?
With several minute-long unskippable cutscenes. That gets on
Oh
my
my
tits.
God, yeah. I mean, Atomic Heart's been quite slandered for it's got really long cutscenes, but
Yeah.
also like the dialogue's quite like. First of all, the voice acting in the game is it's terrible. Man. I mean, it's got this like really cool art style. And the story's actually quite good, but the characters are like it's like anime voices, you know. It's like, oh my
no.
God, so you're telling me that I've got to kill all of these people to do it? This is just like Fortnite, you know, kind of thing. So I think that's what it's getting, but you got like it doesn't give you many options, but you just have to like the dialogue is just like you can skip it, but I'm like
I'm fine with cutscenes if you can skip them. That's why I just didn't like the God of War reboot, because it's just so many cutscenes that they're just so uninteresting to me, at least.
I don't know. I thought they were quite good. If cutscenes are well made, then yeah, like I can see the appeal.
I guess also because I've played the old God of War games, so then when I played the new reboot, I had this expectation that it would be the same thing, and it just wasn't. Not even close. It just became The Last of Us again.
Yeah.
Like
Have you watched the? No, you go.
I couldn't get into Red Dead 2 because the opening is just so damn boring. Just
I haven't played
walking.
Red Dead 2.
It was atrocious.
Yeah, but a lot of games are like that.
Well, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it one bit, goddammit.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It ain't me.
It ain't me. And goddamn it, if it ain't me, I don't want
If
any
it
part
ain't
of
me, I don't want it. If it don't look like me,
If it don't smell like me, if it don't taste like me,
if it ain't what exactly that I want, I'm gonna
scream on Reddit.
I'm I'm gonna go on Reddit and I'm gonna tell everybody. And if I get Reddit gold, I'll be happy.
And if they disagree with me, well, goddamn, I'm calling them all of the bad words.
I'm gonna use all the words that I learned from my daddy.
Particularly the ones that begin with F and N. And R. And all of them. Yeah.
My daddy told me that if it ain't me, then it's wrong.
It's all about me, me, me.
It's me. I'm the boy. Everything's about me.
I'm the special boy.
That's what my dad told me. I'm special.
I'm a special little munchkin.
My daddy said that just 'cause I didn't know how to read no good, made me special. 'Cause I wasn't like the others.
And because I'm 32 and I wear diapers, well, that's just me.
And because I can drink only milk and eat chicken nuggets, it makes me special. It means that I've got a purpose.
That doesn't sound so bad. Just milk and chicken nuggets all day.
I'm just picturing this like redneck trucker, and it's just like completely naked in a nappy, like milk going down his front, like a bowl of chicken nuggets. My daddy said that.
Daddy,
Just
I made a
'cause-
poopy.
Come clean it.
Baby needs a diaper change.
Daddy, this one's gonna be a number 3.
Number 3, a number 9 large.
I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted about my emotions. I did not develop correctly.
I was a Harlequin baby. And I ain't talking
I'm a
about the
freak of
Batman
nature.
character.
That's what makes me special. They said I wouldn't make it past the second trimester.
Well, look at me now.
Now look at me. I mean, I can't walk.
Oh.
I can only crawl. But Daddy says that there's nothing wrong with me.
Besides the 3 missing toes, the progeria, and the
And I've my 2 rows of teeth.
like a Five Nights at Freddy's character.
And I do have somebody inside me. I can sue my twin.
Oh no.
That's what makes me special. There were 2 of me.
I love this guy. I would totally watch a show based on him.
I'll just picture
What makes me
man,
special?
baby. Daddy, swing me.
Swing
I want to go high this time.
I want to do the loop-de-loop.
Daddy, put on Duck McStuffins. I want to watch the new episode.
And it turns out his dad's been dead for 10 years and he's just hallucinating.
That's what I was thinking. He's just like a skeleton in an armchair.
Aw. What should this show be called?
Cletus the fetus.
Just, That's what makes me special.
That's what makes me special. I didn't grow quite right.
Didn't get an education. Don't need it.
My daddy said I didn't need one. He said I have 2 minds. I have my twin in me.
Twice the brains.
Exactly.
Who am I talking to? Where am I?
Okay, I'm gonna play like an interviewer, like a documentary on this guy.
Okay.
So it says here that you were almost convicted because you ate a dog.
Guilty as charged. My dad told me to go eat a hot dog, and I guess I took it too literally.
Yeah, but you burnt it alive. You know, it's
Extra
it's a real
taste.
It wasn't even like your dog or anything. It was a therapy dog.
Where I come from, that's just acceptable. Okay, are you hating on my people?
No. Well, okay.
That's what makes it special.
So you didn't get sent to prison. Why didn't you get sent to prison?
Cause I'm just too special, man.
It says here that you were.
My
They
daddy
said that you're
told me that I
clinically
can
sick.
get away with murder if I wanted to. And what do you know? I did.
Murder? Murder of the dog? Just the dog?
Let's say that,
Or-
yeah.
How can you? You can't walk. How,
That's what you think. Stands up,
the
stabs
interviewer-
up.
Oh god! He was like, "Oh shit!" Stumbles backwards.
Or just
Oh,
like
yeah.
just like a Hector Salamanca. Ding 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 ding.
That's what you think. I'm about to blow your brains out. The trailer explodes and he's just like completely untouched.
30 tons of dynamite. Well, what do you know? I'm just fine. Any more questions, sir?
Yeah, just before we leave.
Mm-hmm.
Your daddy called you a special little boy.
That's
It
right.
says right here. He said you're a special boy.
I am a special boy.
Wait, could you explain further for me? Explain why he thinks of you as being so special.
I don't see what is so confusing about this. It's so simple, really. I'm just a special boy. I'm built different.
I'm built
Literally.
different. Literally.
Built in a lab. I don't
I'm
have
not
a mother.
I'm different to them test tube babies though. I
I
was built. I was Frankenstein in a lab.
They call me a homunculus.
Now I can only feed of dino nuggies and dogs,
Sometimes doggo nuggies.
which I make myself.
Specially made.
I like to heal and whimper whilst I'm doing it.
As I stomp on them with my stilettos.
Oh yes, I see that you're wearing a nice fetching pair of stilettos right there. Is it apart from the nappy and the stilettos? Is that the only thing that you wear?
I wear a cock ring.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Why do you wear that then?
For fun. To assert,
Makes
to assert
my pee hole
dominance.
moan in a makes my pee hole moan in a good way.
I'm into sounding.
That thing's as wide as the Eurotunnel.
It's like the Grand Canyon down there.
I mean, you can practically fuck it if you want.
I am offering.
I'm desperate.
Please. We have fun.
We have fun here. Okay, would you rather be made up of Lego and only Lego? Okay. Or be solely able to speak in Latin, a dead language.
Does Pig Latin count?
No. No, no, Pig
Well,
Latin is
then,
practically English.
Well, obviously the Lego. That'd be awesome. I could be famous.
Yeah, and like you know, like you don't even need to go and see like a doctor or anything if you get injured, because you can just oh my god, I just got telekilled. I just got
You
telekilled.
got telefragged.
Yeah, I got telefragged. Yeah, that's actually quite cool.
What was I gonna say? Do I move like a like a Lego character?
Oh yeah. No. So like you're not Lego in the sense like you don't look like a minifigure. You're like
Like a full
you're made out.
size.
But yeah.
Or like I look human, but I'm just made up of a bunch of Legos.
Yeah, you know the Sandman. You look like the Sandman, but if
Oh,
he was Lego.
That's
yeah.
fine. I'd be very, very jagged.
Yeah, you would be. You would be.
I can make people step on me
You'd be
and be
very
in
brittle.
pain. I mean, yeah, obviously I would still go for the Lego. Speaking Latin is completely useless.
Well, I mean, it would be pretty cool, but like, yeah, there's no. I don't think that. I mean, you could go to you could go to Vatican City.
Meet the Pope.
Yeah, meet the Pope.
No, no, that sounds
And
good.
point
That
him
sounds
to
fun.
look, I'm strange like you. Where
No.
them kids at, huh?
Are my
I
internal
know you-
organs made of Lego?
Yeah, you're completely.
Completely
Lego.
okay.
Like you'll live forever.
I'd rather be made out of Duplo. Is that what it was called?
Duplo. Yeah, Duplo.
The poor
It
man's
pisses
Lego.
me off when people say Lego, like Legos.
I want to play with my Legos.
Lego is like sheep, you know.
Yeah, the
multiple
plural.
of Lego is Lego.
Yeah. That's an American thing, though. I don't think anyone over
Yeah.
here says that.
No. Oh god, it's like Z though. Like people say Z when you should actually say Z.
I sometimes do. It depends on the context. Like Dragon Ball Z, it sounds wrong to say Dragon Ball Z.
That's true, and it's like stuff like there's a software called like ZBrush.
ZBrush.
I mean, I call it ZBrush because I've got so
No,
used to calling it
that sounds
ZBrush.
illegal.
Yeah. It's like, you know, zebra.
Yeah, I say zebra. A zebra crossing.
God damn it. Big man.
I'm on red team, so you're gonna win.
Am I defending?
No,
Am I attacking?
you're attacking. You're on the blue
Oh!
team. I'm on the red
I
team.
didn't even realise we were on separate teams.
Yeah, I got switched.
I have 2 kills and I died 23 times.
Well, it's
Maybe Scout's not the character for me.
it's 20-7, so I think, unfortunately, I'm gonna give you a little bit of leeway, so you can
Okay,
get
well.
sorted.
I appreciate that, buddy. I had a good time.
Thanks for playing TF Poo.
Thank you.
With
Thank you
TF
for
with
inviting me
TFB.
to play TF Poo with TF Poo.